Did you know that there are spirits on the street of Sarasota? And I don't mean the kind you put in a glass and drink. There are many haunted happenings right here on the Suncoast. And you can find out all about them with Serafina on the ghost tour of downtown Sarasota. Welcome, Serafina.
Thank
you
so
look
much for
lovely.
having me. Thank
Are
you.
there really supernatural beings in
Yes,
Sarasota?
Of course, there are many. You may know that Sarasota is considered by many to be a spiritual vortex on account of the white quartz crystal beaches we have up and down the coast.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
We knew spirits kept hurricanes away. That's what we've been told.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what we're counting on. Well, tell me some of the stories that you tell on your ghost tour.
Well, I don't want to give away any surprises, but we talk about a number of the historical buildings in downtown area and some of the surrounding area.
Yeah, I'd like to know what's haunted because I shall go there and
Yes,
solve these problems for our city.
Or
the
Shadow
Carlton
Void.
Arms. Tell us about the
The
Carlton
Francis
Arms.
Carlton Apartments was a premier apartment complex that was built in the 1920s. You could say that the ghost there is very hands-on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It's a tale of unrequited love, too.
What happened?
Well, I don't want to give away any ghost stories. You have to be brave enough to come on the tour to hear the whole thing.
Hands
Oh,
up.
wow.
You like handsy men, you go.
We better not take Beneva.
I know.
We'll lose our ghost. So there, the Ghost Hotel.
Yeah, the Ghost Hotel is a really big one. This was built in 1926 out on Longboat Key by Owen Burns and John Ringling. It was never finished to completion and sat as a shell for quite some time. It is the source of numerous different hauntings. But again, I don't want to tell too much because you need to come on the tour to hear the whole thing. But there's lots of things that go bump in the night.
I have heard from people now that are older adults, but that Ritz-Carlton is what it was there for so long, never opened, and of course they would go out there at night and make out in the shadows, and they would hear all kind of noises. Of course, it could have been other teenagers in other rooms.
Well, that's why it never opened, because there's ghosts.
Yes,
Makes sense to
it
me.
obviously was haunted.
Yeah, Bobette doesn't take this ghost stuff lightly, Serafina. You should know this. She is definitely concerned.
I stay away.
Oh, I love it. Now, one that I know is on your tour, I have done a story about it actually being haunted. The Gator Club.
Yeah, the Gator Ghouls. They're some of my favorite spirits on the tour. The Gator Club is the oldest building on Main Street, so it has a lot of activity there. And there's two particular ghosts there that are said to rule the roost. They're very exciting, but they've even brought in paranormal investigators to investigate that area.
Yes, I did a story there, and I know one of those ghosts, at least one I was talking about, was a madam. And you had to knock on the door, and the door opened. You passed the money in, and the brothel was upstairs, and the bar was downstairs.
Oh, goodness.
That's
I
why
shall
they
put
don't-
a stop to that as well.
That's why that ghost doesn't mind the noise, because he gets pretty rowdy there.
And people have said they've seen her on the stairs. You know, they've real people that are not drunk have said that they have actually seen her coming down the stairs, and they can hear music sometimes at night when nobody's there.
Yeah, we start and finish our tour at the Gator Club, so we invite people to come inside and do some of their own paranormal investigation as we run.
Oh, that one sounds like fun, because I know that's real. Okay, the Rosemary Cemetery.
Oh, the Rosemary. So this is a photo of Bertha Palmer with her pergola that she donated. The Rosemary Cemetery was built in 1887, and it holds a lot of our founding fathers in there. It also has two of our most gruesome ghostly tales, that of Harry Heigl and then the Green family. And they were murdered. They were some of our kind of more torrid stories that we tell on the tour, but they're very spooky.
I have a question. Speaking of torrid, how appropriate is the tour for teenagers? Is there like an age?
We call it kind of PG-13.
Okay, so a
it's
little
not
edgy,
too,
but
not too explicit, but it is definitely, there are some adult themes.
Okay, and is it, you mentioned it's a walking tour?
Yes.
At night? Yes, is it something that is, as long as you're able to walk downtown on the sidewalk, you would be able to take the tour?
So it's a 1 mile walking tour. It takes about an hour and a half. We start at the Gator Club and do a kind of a big loop, ending up back at the Gator Club. It's all flat, so it's wheelchair accessible.
Perfect.
And we've had a variety of ages make the tour successfully.
And it's at night?
Yes, it is at night.
This sounds so good. I would
know.
love it. Thank you so much. To find out when you can go and how to get in touch, go to the Talent Pool SRQ for their website, and it is rated rated PG-13. So it sounds like a lot of fun, a great way to celebrate this week. Next, Dr. Jenny has some scary numbers to share.